Give me exactly 8 minutes and I will show you how to master fair value gaps and, more importantly, how to stop losing money on them. Alright, so now the time has finally come to take a look at one of the most common and most popular ICT concepts, and that is fair value gaps. And the ICT name here is fair value gap, or for short FVG, and this is a very common term, so I think it's important to learn about. But let's begin here by taking a look at what is a fair value gap. Well, a fair value gap is, in simple terms, a 3 candlestick pattern. And let's begin here by taking a look at the bullish fair value gap. So bullish FVG. And this is basically, let's say we first of all have a green candle right here, and then we see a strong momentum candle. So we see a strong candle, like for example right here, and then we might see another candle that maybe looks something like this. And a fair value gap is actually very, very simple. A fair value gap is the area here between the highest point of candle 1. So we have candle 1, candle 2, and candle 3. The fair value gap is the gap between the highest point of candle 1 and the lowest point of candle 3. So this right here is our fair value gap. And you can see that this is basically a point on the chart where the price moved very quickly, because we only had price action during this one candle. You can see on the other candles, for example, right here, we have, trading happening during multiple candles. For example, right here as well, we have trading happening on multiple candles. But during the actual fair value gap, we only have trading happening during that particular candle. So this is the whole thing about a fair value gap. To make you really hammer this home, let's take a look at another example. So let's say that we maybe, once again, we have, let's say that this is candle 1 right here. Candle 2 might be another, pretty strong candle, like right here. But maybe candle 3 maybe looks something like this. It maybe wicks down all the way down here, and maybe a candle that looks something like this. This right here is still a fair value gap. But in this case, you can see that the gap is very small. The gap is between the highest point of candle 1 and the lowest point of candle 3. So in this case, this right here is a small little fair value gap. But right, so now let's also take a look at the bearish version, which is the bearish fair value gap. So we might have, a downtrend, maybe a first candle that looks something like this, maybe a second candle that looks something like this, and then we might have a third candle that looks something like this. In this case, the fair value gap, once again, we have candle 1 to candle 3. The fair value gap is, when it comes to a bearish fair value gap, it's between the lowest point of candle 1 and the highest point of candle 3. So this right here is our fair value gap. But now you might, or first of all, when it comes to fair value gaps, this is maybe a little bit, I think the term is okay here, but in plain English, when we talk about fair value gaps, we are basically talking about momentum gaps, and we can think about it as unfilled orders because the price moved so fast. And what it actually is, I just described. It's a 3 candlestick pattern. It consists of 3 candles, and it basically have an empty space in the middle, and you know how to identify this. And now you might wonder, why does this happen? Why it happens? Well, the market moved so fast that, some orders were skipped during this time. And what ICT says, which I don't really agree with, is that he argues that price, naturally pulls back and fill these gaps before the trend continues. And, many traders use this as a zone. So for example, they use this, they might wait for the price to come back here to the fair value gap, and then they take their trade right here. So in this case, when we have a downtrend, they might enter a short trade right here, go short, and expect the market to continue to go down. But there are many problems with fair value gaps. I'm not saying that they are completely useless, and the reason I have this even in the course is because I think you guys should learn them. But a big problem with fair value gaps is that many traders really overestimate them, and they are actually a signal that happens all the time in the market. You have many false signals. So if you even want a chance to trade fair value gaps correctly, you really need to learn about entry signals using price action. And by the way, I have a full price action trading course, and I will make sure to link it in the video card and the description. But you also really need to learn about market structure, and I do have a course about that as well. Alright, okay, so now let's jump back here into TradingView, because now I want to show you how to identify fair value gaps in real markets. And let's begin here, since we're a downtrend, to look out for a bearish fair value gap. And what you will probably notice is that you will find many, but one very clear example is right here. I hope you can see. If you look at these three candles right here, you can see that we have, if we say that this is candle 1, this is candle 2, and this is candle 3, you can see that if we draw a gap here between the lowest point of candle 1 and the highest point of candle 3, we actually have a clear fair value gap right here. And what I like to do is, when I mark, for example, fair value gaps or support and resistance or anything, what I do is that I like to go here to geometric shapes, and I use my rectangle tool. So I can draw out the fair value gap right here. We extend to the left. And as you can see in this example, it looks like, everything worked out like magic, right? The price, broke this level, we consolidated, we came up here to the gap, and then we immediately crashed to the downside. So here you might look at this and think that fair value gaps, it looks like this is the, this is the shit, we need to learn about it, it looks to work, and so on and so on. But if you really start to study charts, what you will realize is that fair value gaps happens all the damn time. They are so common. So for example, let's say right here, just if you look at the move that went up to the resistance, right? You can clearly see that we have candle 1, candle 2, candle 3, and between this point and this point, we actually have a fair value gap. And you can see that the price didn't react at all to this fair value gap and just immediately fell to the downside. So once again, I'm trying to emphasize that if you are gonna use fair value gaps, make sure to not only use fair value gaps. You need to combine them with price action and market structure. Okay, so now the time has come to take a look at this video. Was just a very short clip from our full ICT trading course right here on YouTube. To watch the full course, all you need to do is to click or tap on the screen right here. I hope to see you all in the full course very, very soon.